Xin chào, ladies and gentlemen. Xin chào is what to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening as well in Vietnamese. So, could you please say it again? Xin chào. Wonderful. Your Vietnamese language is excellent. Xin chào. Yes. Welcome to the tour-briefing meeting, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Henry Nguyen. I will be your trip experience leader for the trip in 18 days. So further on, may I tell you a little bit about the tour-briefing meeting. The goal of this is for me to introduce myself to all of you, and also time for every of our group members get to know each other. In this tour-briefing meeting, which lasts for 45 minutes about that. We also go with the information of our trip, what are the itinerary, why overseas adventure are different from the other product of different tourist company as well. And also in this tour-briefing meeting, time for you to have the question or any of the concern about the trip. However, to make it more convenient, please wait until the end of the tour-briefing meeting and we go to the question and the answer as well. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. So right now, may I tell you a little bit about the special message from Overseas Adventure team. Yes, we would love to say thank to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for selecting Vietnam, my homeland, as the destination for your adventure with Overseas Adventure at this time. We know that there are hundreds of choices for you among different products from Overseas Adventure and the other tourist company, but thank you for selecting Vietnam again. We would like to say thanks to all of you, and also a bigger thanks to our special member in the group here. We have 10 of you who are Sir Edmund Hillary Club member. Sir Edmund Hillary Club member is the title. Our company would love to give it to our frequent traveler who have been traveling with us from 3 times. We have totally 15 members in our group, and 10 of you are Sir Edmund Hillary Club member. With the special welcome like this, I would like to handle to you the thank you letter from our regional manager, Mr. Vũ Nguyen. And together with this, we also had a little gift for you to recognize your loyalty to the company. This is a little pin with the landmark of Hanoi. So may I give it to you? Linda, you are 4 times with us, right? Thank you, Linda. Tom, 7 times, right? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, could you please give a big hand to our Sir Edmund Hillary Club member? Thank you for traveling with Overseas Adventure again. Yeah, thank you. Now, the next section, I would like to share with you a little bit about myself. My name is Henry Nguyen. Yeah, Nguyen is familiar to you, right? Thank you. Henry is my English name. I love this name. It's also my working name since 8 years ago. And my Vietnamese name is Hiển, H-I-E-N, question mark on top. Please say it again. Hiển. Yeah, I do love both names, so call me Henry or Hiển. It's up to you. Yes. The question for you is, how old am I? Yes, in Vietnamese culture that normally we can ask, how old are you, like this? 40? Oh, thank you. I'm older. Yes. I was born in 1978, 3 years after the end of the Vietnam War, in a small city belong to Mekong Delta. My hometown is Mỹ Tho, Mỹ Tho, Mytho, Mỹ Tho. It is 55 miles south of Saigon. That was somewhere where Mr. John Kerry used to serve in his U.S. Brownwater Navy with a lot of fighting as well. My family, of course, we were always with the South Vietnam regime, the Republic of Vietnam. So in somehow to say, we didn't have a good time after the end of the war. I mean, after 1975. My dad, he contributed a lot to the Republic of Vietnam, a captain of the army. So with that said, he was sent quickly into the re-education camp after the end of the war, where he spent more than 2 years of the terrible things. By the way, during our trip, I would love to share with you more story about my dad and also the story of the people in our country at that time and nowadays as well. My mom, she very beautiful. She was so nice, kind to me. She used to be a secondary teacher with the South Vietnam as well. She taught Vietnamese literature at the high school in our hometown. And of course, she lost her job with the new communism system. Dad and mom got married after he finished his re-education camp, still alive. And the only child in the family, the only son, the only child, because my parents listened carefully to what they were told by the communist government. That were one child family. And after my high school, I went to Saigon for my university after listening to what my dad and mom advised me. You know what did they tell me? Son, we were so poor. The situation was not really good for you. Education is the best way for you to go to a better future. So don't be a naughty boy anymore. Try to put your name into the University of Saigon and it will change your life. Luckily, I listened to what my parents told me and I went to Saigon for my university in 4 years. Unluckily, 20 years ago, my mom passed away. And then my dad, he still live in the hometown, in a little house with a fruit garden and take care of some puppy. I love them as well. I go back to see my dad whenever I finish my trip. And at the moment, I live in Saigon by myself in the little condo. Honestly, to share with you that working a tour guide, a trip leader is my hobby because I used to work inside the office with the AC, the computer and nobody to talk with for 2 years. I got so boring, I'm sorry to tell you the truth. Being a trip leader, a tour guide, I have been doing this one for 18 years, including nearly 9 years with overseas adventure travel. And working for overseas adventure travel is a great job for me. You know why? I had chances to travel from north to south. I have more opportunity meeting people from my father's side, the Republic of Vietnam, and people from the opposite side, my uncle's side, the VC and the North Vietnam as well. Different story, listen from them. The content were conflict, but for me to learn something new is what I like. And I myself, being your trip experience leader, I promise that together with the office team, the whole OAT team in Vietnam, we will share with you things about the country. I promise myself that to let you with a beautiful memory of this adventure in Vietnam. So are you ready to be with Henry for the adventure in Vietnam, inside Vietnam for 18 days? Thank you so much. The next section, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to share with you that why overseas adventure is different from the tourist company. And if you know that, over here we call you traveler, not tourist. Okay, I have some question for you. Are you ready? Yeah. Jenny, what was your highlight of the last trip? Okay, good food. Yeah, thank you. I love talking about food as well. How about, tell me, what are your most enjoyable trip with OIT? Okay, to Thailand, yeah, to visit the village, right? Okay, thank you. How about Mr. Jack? Okay, yeah. Why do you go with OAT? Okay, thank you, thank you. Single supplement without extra charge. Yeah, thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, besides what our group member just shared, we all listen to, I would like to add on something which makes overseas adventure different from the other tourist company, and those are the reason why I love working for our company. It's first about what we call the learning and discovery. Can you imagine that? Going with a tourist company, we are in Hanoi the day of visiting Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. Your tour guide bring you over there, staying outside, keep talking, just information, and then, okay, spend a few minutes taking picture and then we go for lunch. But nothing else. Yes, I'm sorry. It was so boring, so boring. With us, every day is something new to learn, something new to discover. For example, we do the trip like that. But if I can find out a bodyguard, a soldier, or somebody working over there, yeah, why don't we try to approach and to talk with him to get what we call learning and discovery. Every of our single day, every of the activity, whenever possible, we try to have chances for your learning and discovery. Yes, that's the first thing. The second thing with overseas adventure travel is about the controversy. Have you ever heard many of different controversial topics in the river trip? Yes. With the other tourist company, they try to avoid. They tell the trip leader that not to tell the tourists about those things. But with overseas adventure, we are open. We are here to share with you not only about the beautiful scenery, about the landscape, but also something behind the scene. The good, the bad, and the ugly side of the country we share with you. For example, in our trip, on the day of number 6, when we go to Bát Tràng Ceramic Village, we had a chance to talk to a couple, Mr. and Mrs. Đức. They used to be the victim of land reform in Vietnam. Yes. For us, the controversy to be shared by trip leader, me, by the local people, especially the first-hand testimony, Mr. and Mrs. Đức as well. Yeah, that's it. The second thing. The third one, the next one. Have you ever heard the term day in the life? Yes, day in the life. Day in the life is a day which designed for all of you to know deeply about our people, our culture, especially the daily activity, what we doing to make a living, what do we cook for food, where do we go just for fun, or the activity for free time as well. So day in the life on day number 5. What is tomorrow? Yes, we take the bus to go to a village a little bit away from Hanoi downtown. Go to visit the local market to buy something edible for our lunch. Then a little bit walk in a village, rice paper making. Yes, people make their living by rice paper. The rice paper for eating, not the one like in Laos for painting. Yes. We learn how to make it. We cook some of the food. We enjoy the lunch with some local people to listen to the story from them back to Hanoi. That's what we call the day in the life. And the fourth thing, why are OIT different from the other tourist company beside the learning and discovery, beside the day in the life, beside the controversy topic? That's the home visit with dinner. That will be on the day 15 when we are in Dalat. We are going to have a smaller group to go to visit some different family. Normally those are family of middle class. So visit the house to have the interaction, to talk with the local people, enjoy the food cooked by the house. And we had chance to get to know more about the local from the point of view of the insider, not from the information shared by Henry. So don't be surprised that you hear the story from our host, which are different from public media, maybe very different from the point of view of the Communist Party as well. Yes, that's the home hosted. And the last things I love best when working for Overseas Adventure, that's what we call Run Circle Foundation. By the way, Run Circle Foundation is the non-profit organization set up by our Vice President of the corporation, Mrs. Harriet Lewis, in order to give back to the world, to the places where we travel to. So, Run Circle Foundation, we are supporting school. We help to bring a better future for the next generation of the country. We have our day in the life on day 11 of our trip when we are in Hue City. We're going to visit one of the orphanage run by the Buddhist nuns, where we are taking care more than 100 orphans, and we are supporting them with the food, with the education as well. The Trans Circle Foundation. Yeah. So above mentioned are the typical thing would make Overseas Adventure different from the other tourist company, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, thank you. Now may I move to the next section of our tourism meeting. That's the overall pictures of our trip. So as you see, this is the map of Vietnam, right, in which I highlight our destination as well. Don't worry, in the profile I give you on the table with a pen, you see, every of you have a similar map like this, so you can mark down where you are and what is the next destination in our trip as well. Okay, our trip on inside Vietnam. That means we are traveling inside the country, not outside the country, in 18 days. The trip covers 7 different city destination with 3 domestic flights, 4 long bus drive. We are traveling from the north to the central to the south of the country, and also from the sea to the mainland and to the mountain as well. Where do we start? Yes, of course. We are in Hanoi, so we start in Hanoi, where we going to stay for 4 nights. You know, I'm so happy that in the year 2019, Overseas Adventure Travel already add on one more night in Hanoi for the benefit of Overseas Adventure Traveler. Why? We always listen to you, especially the Sir and Movie Club member, that 3 nights in Hanoi were not enough, especially for those of you who already got long flight coming here, still away with the jet lag. So one more night wonderful for you, is that right? Thank you. We're going to stay for 4 nights in Hanoi, including the city tour of Hanoi after this meeting. We do today in the live tomorrow, visit the ceramic village of Bát Tràng as well. So after saying goodbye to Hanoi, we're heading to Hạ Long Bay. Hạ Long Bay, yes, where we are going to spend one night in a drunk in a good wooden boat to see the first UNESCO site of our trip. As you know, we cover 4 UNESCO sites for you in the trip. It's wonderful, isn't it? All right. One night in Ha Long Bay. And then we're going to the central of Vietnam with the next destination. That is Huế. Huế. If you ever heard about Third Offensive, yeah, Huế is one of the places with a lot of things happen at that time as well. But Huế is well known among the Vietnamese because of the life of the royal family and the ancient capital of Vietnam as well. In Huế, we stay for 2 nights. And after Huế, we go to Hội An. By the way, for your information, Huế capital, also the second UNESCO site as well. After Huế, we're heading to Hội An, where we go to stay for 3 nights in Hội An. Hội An is the ancient town. I love that one. In Hội An, we visit the ancient town of Hội An. Let's see, enjoy a little bit relaxation in the middle of the trip as well. And Hội An also the third UNESCO site in our trip. And next to Hội An, we are going to spend a half day to Mỹ Sơn, the centuries of the Chamba kingdom in the past. And Mỹ Sơn is the fourth and also the last UNESCO site we cover in our adventure at this time in Vietnam. So after Hội An, we going to go to where? In the map, can you see? Yes, to Nha Trang, in Nha Trang. Yeah. 2 nights in Nha Trang, the city of the beach. Yes, lovely, lovely. Nha Trang. Spending 2 nights in Nha Trang, we're heading up to the mountainous area to Đà Lạt, where we learn about agriculture, learn about the life of the hill tribe people, the people in the mountain of the country. It's considered as little Europe in Vietnam, that's the Đà Lạt. And then from Đà Lạt, we are heading to the south to Ho Chi Minh City. Saigon. I love the name Saigon. You are more than welcome with the name Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon. We stay in Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon for 3 nights with a city tour of Saigon, including 1-day trip to my hometown area, to Mekong Delta as well. And the last thing we see around Saigon, that's a visit for half day to the Củ Chi Tunnel to learn about the life of the Viet Cong during the war as well. Then we end up in Saigon. For several of you, continue with the boat trip to Cambodia to see some of our friends over there. I mean, the other trip is spirit leader in Cambodia, and some of you are flying home right after this, and the other you extend your trip for your self exploration for a couple of days. Yes, Anyway, for further information and advice of the end of the trip, I would love to go to you individually so that we can make it clear for every of you for your benefit. Okay, as you see, from north to central to south of Vietnam, how do we travel? Yes, we mostly go by bus. We do have 4 long bus drive. Why we had the 4 long bus drive? Because that's the best choice ever among the other solution. For the long bus drive, we had a chance to see the scenery along the way. Taking the bus, we had the time, we had our opportunity to stop when you can find out what we just shared with you from the beginning, learning and discovery. For example, if we're driving on the way and we see some farmer busy with harvesting the rice or any other veggie, why don't we stop the bus? Not only for taking picture, but getting out, go for the interaction with the farmer if possible. Yes, if possible. Okay, besides the bus drive, we also had a flight. For example, fly from where? Yes, from Hanoi to Huế. Yes, the other flight is from Da Nang. Yes, the airport during the war, you know, right? From Da Nang to where? To Cam Ranh in Nha Trang, Cam Ranh. Yes, and the last flight is from Đà Lạt to Saigon. Why do we fly? Thinking about the benefit of our travel as well. We need to save time for you. When the scenery is repeated, we don't need to stay such a whole day on the bus. For the bumpy road, we fly to save the time. After a couple hours, yeah, we can spend more time for exploration in the next destination, the next city, I mean. We are flying with the local airline, and you see anything can happen, cancellation, delay. Even though with big international airline, those things may happen every day. So please keep in your mind what the positive thinking about that time. Bring a book with you, the iPad, or even though you check your phone, review the photo just in case the flight delay for a while. Yes. Please remember that we always try our best to bring you the most benefit ever in the trip. Okay, bird, fly, and what are the next kind of transportation for you in this trip? Yes, of course. We walk, right? If you ever read in the document provided by OAT before taking the trip, for average, we're going to walk like 1.5 mile or 2 miles in days, right? So we walk. It's also a small exercise for you. In some places, we walk to visit, and by this way, we had chances to see more, to understand deeper about our destination, our people, our culture over here as well. So we walk. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, cyclo rickshaw. Sitting in front of your driver, you get no idea where he driving to and what direction he turning. Okay, such a beautiful memory, right? Yeah, cyclo rickshaw if you take the optional tour in Hội An, cyclo rickshaw in the countryside road. And what kind of transportation do Vietnamese and myself use every day? Yes, scooter, motorbike. We do that in Nha Trang. Half hour sitting at the back of your rider, riding among crazy traffic. Yes, another experience, another learning and discovery for you as well. Yeah, scooter. What else? Oh, yes, the dragon boat. We will be king and queen taking the dragon boat in the perfume river in Huế Citadel. Yeah, dragon boat. Little hand rowing boat, the sampan in the Mekong Delta, At that time, we turned ourselves from royal family into a VC rolling the champagne, hiding an AK-47 underneath, right? Okay, yes. Champagne and what else? What kind of transportation? Okay, a lot of things. I would love to save it until we take it. So for more curiosity for you, okay, yes, more transportation. And where do we stay? Yes, we stay at a hotel, right? We stay at a hotel. And you see the hotel here in Hanoi, right? The idea of overseas adventure is to support local run, privately run business, not a government hotel. We will not push you into a very luxury hotel in which we pay a lot, but they don't have much thing different from us. The goal of our trip is adventure, not relaxing, sitting, sleeping inside the hotel. The hotel here we use, yeah, we guarantee that it has the necessary accommodation for you to use. And talking about hotel, I can share with you that it reflects the local culture, local life as well. You see, the hotel, our hotel here in Hanoi, yeah, next to this. Did you hear something in this early morning? The speaker of propaganda, yes. It's something you will not see in the other city. The hotel in Hội An, yes. Over there we have more space, so the hotel is designed like a little resort, so you can relax, right? And the hotel in Saigon, yes. Even though you don't need to open a window, but you still hear the noise from the traffic. Yeah, that is Saigon, the city of 12 million people and crazy traffic every day. Yeah, something different. So we should be ready for the adventure. I mean that don't expect the hotel here, the room, a big your bedroom at home. Remember that we are here for another adventure, not to be at home, right? Talking about the hotel. How about the food? Like you mentioned, yes, that trip with a lot of beautiful food, right? In our included feature with food and beverage, normally we do have Vietnamese style of food to serve you, including several different courses. So please understand that we try our best to bring you with more experiences for the trip, including the experience on the food. We had the variety of different kinds of food from the north to the center to the south as well. And every of the lunch or dinner included with the trip, we always have a bottle of drinking water for use. Food is also a part of our adventure, right? Just in case you don't like this kinds of food, yes, move to the next course. We have several choices for you. Mostly we are with Vietnamese food, but in some of the places, we know that you miss your American food, your Western food, right? We do have some for you. That is not the set menu anymore, a list of things in which you can just stick what you want as well. And just in case you miss your McDonald's so much, right? Oh, I'm just kidding. We do have some day in which we don't cover the dinner for you, so you have a chance to go out to explore with the new adventure about the food by yourself based on our recommendation as well, like Italian, American or European food, or even something easy to relax as well. Right, so that's it about the food. What else would you like to hear from our trip? Yes, please remember that the trip is basically designed like this. However, sometimes it's subject to be changed up to some different things may happen on the way. For example, weather, new policy from the authority, at any way, whenever it happens, simply come with the can-do attitude. I myself and our team member are always with you in order to make everything best convenient for you. Yeah. Okay, so that is what we just come through from the itinerary, from the differences of our product compared to the other tourist company. And now, talking about this one, we also want to make it clear for everyone, because we know that every of you is different from the other people. Several of you may be very active. You try to maximize every single minute of your time in Vietnam. Okay, let's do A, B, C, D, go to E, F, G, more and more. You keep yourself busy on the day. Yeah, we know that and we respect your choice. Some of you may just want to take it easy. After the included feature, you're going to have a couple hours of your personal time, so you just relax, stay in a room, turn on the AC, watch a TV, what's going on to the US, right? I'm just kidding again. Yeah, take it easy, or you go to the nearby beer garden to enjoy a local beer and chit chat with local people. Or for some of you, just review the photo you already taken during the last several days, or just in this morning as well, right? So we can share with you that our trip is designed with what we say the group pacing. That means we try to design the trip to maximize your benefit. However, among those included features, we have a couple of time block we can consider as your personal time. So just in case you want to maximize that time, what you want, here we are for you. We always go with the recommendation, the solution for you, what to do, and that's your own pacing. So we had the two different pacing of the trip for you. That is the trip pacing and your pacing as well. By the way, talking about it pacing, you see the little paper in the row file next to your map over there? Yeah, the little letter. That's how do you want your pacing of the trip. And whenever you have time, just think about that one and let us know what is your pacing, so we can make it happen for you the most convenience. That's it about the pacing. Some of you in the B-Trip email, you asked me about the optional tour because like Carrie, right? You want to take every of the optional tour. Yeah, thank you so much. I love that idea. In my class group, some people also ask me, hey Henry, why didn't you include the optional tour in the itinerary? And you know, our answer is, if you don't order the food, why do you have to pay for that? So that's also the idea of our optional tour. If we turn it into the included feature, that means more money will be charged in the tour. So for some reason, you're not really interested in that optional tour, but you already pay. You waste your money, you lost your money. For our idea, we consider that optional tour a beer or a glass of wine, and our included feature of the trip is the whole set of dinner. So your dinner will be more appetite if you have a beer or a glass of wine. That's the reason why we do have two optional tours to design for this product to maximize your experiences. Is in the first optional tour in Hội An, the countryside area of Hội An, the cyclo ride to the village, to take the motorized boat to go along the Thu Bồn River, a part of the road seal in the past, to see the living, the people. Together with that is a beautiful dinner at a local restaurant. Optional tour in Hội An, And the second optional tour, you also see it in the profile on your table, right? That's the agriculture of Đà Lạt. Yeah, in Đà Lạt. We do have another optional tour. The bus take you in the morning to the countryside area with flower garden, greenhouses along the way, coffee plantation for you to experience. Go to a village of the Montagna people. Yeah, Montagna people take the local transportation. Yeah, interaction with some local villagers to get to know about their life as well, especially what happened to them with the new communism system, and a lunch to be included with that optional tour as well. Anyway, this is just for your reference. If you like to have more detail of that, I'm going to tell you about 1.5 days before we have the optional tour, or you can find out more information in the paper attached with your profile over there. Yeah. Talking about this optional tour, we no longer collect cash for the payment of optional tour. In order to run the optional tour, we need at least 4 people, and the payment will be processed after you finish your trip. So what do we do here? We just collect your credit card number, ask for your signature, your confirmation of taking optional tour, and then we organize the optional tour for you. But please make sure that any of the cancellation in the last minute, 24 hours before the optional tour, will be subject to 100% charge, because we already booked the service for you. And the sooner you book, the better chance for you to have the experience of the trip as well. So that's it about the optional tour. And ladies and gentlemen, right now we would like to spend 10 minutes, okay, 10 minutes, just in case you have more concern or question about the trip. So here are the time for you as well. We can do like random. Who want to have a question first, you can raise your hand, okay, and then please wait for your next turn after the other people already finished, right? Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We are clear about the trip, right? Right now, because we end up with a tourism meeting, may I thank all of you again for spending your time to this tourism meeting, so to get the general picture of our trip. And in order to make this trip more enjoyable for you, with a lot of beautiful memory to bring home, we also ask for your support in terms of what? Timing. I strongly believe that all of you are wonderful with this, because this morning I say the tourism meeting at 8 o'clock and 7:55 I see all of you here. Wow, we love you in terms of this one. So okay, about the time, whenever we set the time for the departure of the day, please make sure that you are available at the meeting point at least 5 hours before departure, so that just in case you forget something, or you need to take the camera, recharge the battery, or cap or hat in the room, you have enough time to get it, and you are on time as well, so that the whole group don't have to wait for 1 or 2 person. It makes no fair, right? Yes. The other thing is about to respect each other, of our family member. May I call you family member, because we consider you a family member. We should not bring up the story with the politics in America. As you know, you had 2 parties, right, to talk about, but here we have 1 party. So please don't talk about the American politics, but it's okay for you to talk about the Vietnamese politics we share with you, right? When you talk about that one, make sure it happens in small group of the people you already got to know to each other very well. Otherwise, it end up with something unhappy at the ending, right? Thank you. And about respecting the local people as well. As you say, you are American, you are Canadian, you are different from the way of living, the way of thinking, cultures, everything. And so we do. The Vietnamese are also different as well. So please respect the local people and the cultures, in which we are going to share with you what we should do, what we should not when we talk, or we will get inside a local house as well. And respecting me as well, right? When your trip spirit leader, I'm open to share with you. And just in case you have different point of view or different idea about what we're sharing with you, yeah, I always listen to you. We are open for you, but we please do not go in front of the group. We can go for a talk with a beer or tea when we discuss about that one. Thank you. About what? This is not really sensitive, but to talk with you about the tipping, right? We know that for many years ago, tipping sometimes make you confused when you had to tip Mr. ABCD everywhere. So from 2019, we also make it convenient for you. We cover nearly many of the tipping into the trip. For example, the tipping for the driver, the tipping for the captain of the boat, the tipping for the local guide if you take the optional tour as well, right? We already cover, except the tipping for the hotel staff. Our practice is to put $1 or $2 per person per day underneath the pillow, so that the staff who clean up your house on that day, they can get the rate to tip from you. And yes, the tipping for me, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you can do the reference recommended in the paper. OET already provide to you, but I'm very happy to receive more. It's up to your generosity. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining this terrific meeting. Right now my watch is 8:45, right? Thank you. So the love note, you see the paper we give you about what going on in the day, we gave you last night. Yeah, it's a 9:30, right? Thank you. So I will be available here for another 15 minutes, so just in case you have any other question or concern. But make sure that our departure time for city tour at the lobby of the hotel on ground on the first floor will be 9:30. Okay, make sure that you already adjust your watch into Vietnam time and the same time with my watch. My watch right now is 8 blah 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 blah. Okay, thank you ladies so much. See all of you ladies and gentlemen at 9:30. Thank you. Cảm ơn.